Good morning. This is a beautiful place to speak. I can assure you that when I was here, this beautiful place did not exist. So good for you. I was just at a scholarship ceremony where 17 kids kind of put their hats on and get a scholarship. when I see a ceremony like that, I think of the fact that everybody in this room, everybody that is a parent or a relative of those 17 all contributed. It is a group project. It's a cool moment for Jesuit. It's a cool moment for those individuals. But take a little pride in the fact that you probably helped along the way. It's not so easy to have success in any sport without a lot of team members. That includes family and that includes friends. This morning I'm going to give you I'm not going to preach. That's Father's job, not my job, but I'm going to give you a couple things that for me, kind of guide me. And I'm going to talk to you about basically three people that have been my mentors, some by choice, some by my picking, over the years, and some things that they taught me. One is my dad, one is Tony Dungy. I hope you know who Tony Dungy is. He coached here forever. He then went to Indianapolis and won a Super Bowl, and he really is somebody to read about, know about. And then the last will be Arthur Blank, my current boss, who founded Home Depot, and just a really cool person that I think you should know about. I think mentors matter because I think the people that you look to and the people that you want to be about kind of guide who you ultimately be. Your parents will always be influential, but so will the people that you decide you're going to kind of take your path after. In my dad, I had a person that he was a football coach, coached at USC. Please don't tell me you think that's the University of South Carolina. Please tell me you think that's the University of Southern California. Coached at USC for 16 years, won 4 national championships, so he was uber successful guy. We moved to Tampa. I came here to Jesuit. It was an incredibly difficult year. The school couldn't have been more welcoming. The football experience was incredible. The school experience was incredible. And my dad's football team lost every single game in the first year. So we were 0-12. And the next year we lost 14 more. So we were 0-26. So if you ever have a hard day, a hard week, a hard month, it ain't that hard. Lose 26 games in a row, and I'll show you what hard is. 2 years later, the team was in the NFC Championship game. The franchise had turned around, and the rest kind of was history. He showed me the ability to hang in there in the most difficult of times. But for me, what I remember most is I went to Princeton. When you go off to college, you will go off as you're very well educated. You went to Jesuit, you've earned it. You're going to go into some environments where there's people that are just a little, maybe a smidge smarter than you are. And I went to Princeton, and there weren't that many that were a smidge smarter than I was. There was basically 1,000 because there were 1,000 kids in the school. So I came home freshman year, 2.7 grade point average, proud that I'd survived the year. And oh my, was my father upset with me. He said, remember in life you have two things you can control. You can control your effort, you can control your attitude. And clearly you're not controlling your effort. So gave me one more semester to change that grade point average. I did change that grade point average dramatically. And I think that moment for me will never be lost on him, in that he put his arm around me, he cheered me up, but he also held me to a standard. So I think you realize that what you've done at Jesuit by going to Jesuit is fantastic. What you're going to do is more important when you go forward. Don't ever sacrifice your effort, and don't ever sacrifice your attitude. Tony Dungy is the second guy I'll briefly bring up. Tony's the most impressive person I've ever been around. Tony said to me numerous times, there's 3 things in life, and they belong in the right order, and don't ever get them wrong. First is your faith, second is your family, and third, in our case, football. He never changed his approach to those 3, ever. He always put his faith first. He always put his family second, and then he put football. If you don't know Tony, just look him up. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame because who he was as a player, as a coach, and as a person. And the last person I'd bring up, because I do think mentors matter, and I hope you in your life find the right ones for you, is Arthur Blank. Arthur is my boss. He is the co-founder of Home Depot, a relatively successful company that started with one store and probably has, 2,500 today. And the thing that Arthur always got to me was, he said, culture matters. The people you surround yourself with matter. So one of the things that I like that he does for us is he always says, listen, when we're going to promote somebody from this job to this job, we're not going to promote based on how good they are. We're not going to promote on their achievement. Everybody can achieve. All of you in this room are good achievers. You can do really well. That we're going to promote on culture. Who are you? Who are you as a person? How do you support your teammates, students, whoever it is? And that's how we'll ultimately judge people. Because if we put those right people in those right places, our business will do great. So if you do a little study of Home Depot versus Lowe's, and you look at their kind of historic stock value, just realize it's the culture that makes the difference between Home Depot and Lowe's. It's not the products, it's not the storefront, it's not anything. It is the people. And so ultimately, you get to decide that. And I just think, for me, that was a very important learning lesson from him. The other thing I would say, and I saw it today in that scholarship ceremony, was he has a phrase on the back of his office that says, "No finish line." That's what he would have applied to that ceremony there. It's a fantastic moment in time to celebrate. 17 kids getting scholarships, whatever. Don't celebrate too long. Get on to the next thing, which is achieving at the next level. So you all have in front of you the challenges of a lifetime, but the opportunities beyond that. This is Jesuit High School. You're privileged to be here. Make sure you take advantage of it. Control your effort, control your attitude. Enjoy your day. And if I didn't mention the fact that Jesuit High School and the impact it had on me is immeasurable, and if I didn't mention the fact that I met my wife in the high school field over there at a JV game, she would be mad at me, so I'm going to say that now. Appreciate it. Good morning to you. God bless you. Good luck. Thank you.